This is a complicated book. Mary Wollstonecraft is a complicated thinker, and this book has a complicated message. And one of the things that I think you simply have to acknowledge here is that in the society in which she lives, she really believes that women's characters have suffered from prejudice, they've suffered from the way that they are treated. That is, it's not just that women are treated badly, it's that the treatment of women has bad effects on their characters, and she says that over and over again. She begins chapter 6 by saying, educated in the enervating style. Enervating is to sap the energy, to sap the vitality of something. Enervating is something that weakens you. Educated in the enervating style recommended by the writers on whom I have been animadverting. Boy, there's an 18th century word. And not having a chance from their subordinate state in society to recover their lost ground, is it surprising that women everywhere appear a defect in nature? Is it surprising when we consider what a determinate effect an early association of ideas has on the character, that they neglect their understandings and turn all their attention to their persons? I think that Wollstonecraft is saying that many women in her society do have bad characters. Many women in her society are weak. And one of her main arguments here is that as a result of education, not of nature. They may appear a defect in nature. Women may appear to be naturally weak, but they're not. They're not naturally weak in body or in mind, is her, I think, main message. But that because of the problems in the way that they're treated, especially the way that they're educated, they become weak. And the emphasis on education couldn't be stronger in this book. Her last remark there, she says, is it surprising when we consider what a determinate effect an early association of ideas has on the character, that they neglect their understandings and turn all their attention to their persons? Now, as she's described education is primarily an education of the understanding, of the intellect, of reason. While women are encouraged to turn all their attention to their persons, that is, to work on their physical appearance and work on their manners, all these superficial things, and never actually educate their minds. So I think what she's saying is really a rather remarkable and challenging thing, and that is that women are generally superficial in her society, that they do pay attention to trivialities, but that's because they've been encouraged to, because they've been told that that's their place to do that, and because most of them don't really get a solid education. Women are supposed to learn how to knit and to dress properly and to be charming to men in her society. They're not taught mathematics, logic, science, philosophy, history, and basically they're not brought up to have strong characters, so they don't. It's really quite an amazing thing. I mean, and it complicates the thing very much, because we certainly don't want to condemn anybody. But I think much of the book is her saying you have to give women a chance as much as men to develop themselves in the fullest sense, or you'll never find out whether men and women are equal.